Welcome to LeapFrogBI Academy course CT120 PSA Components. This is the second video in this course, and we're going to be quickly talking about the updating of load status tracking in our PSA components. This video is going to be actually created in the training project for CT150, which is the fact component course, because we needed some of the components that are created in the transform and ladder to complete this step. So if you're looking for the actual components, you'll need to look at the CT150 project. All right, let's jump over to our data flow diagram and take a look at what we need to do here. This is the component that we're trying to create. It's our DULS promotion, dimension update load status component, and its role is to update the load status flag in our PSA component so that it is marked as processed after this path is completed. So the process would be new records come in. By default, they're marked with 0, not processed. Those unprocessed records are then processed, and after being processed, we'll update that flag to 1. Then that repeats itself on each execution of the load process. All right, so let's go create this DULS promotion. I'm already logged in here, and like I said a moment ago, we're going to be using a CT150 project. And this is a PSA component we're going to be creating. We're going to use this update PSA field template, and I'm going to call this DULS promotion. We'll be able to complete this. All right, PSA to update. That's going to be the special offer PSA and the update source. So if we go back here, we can see our source is going to be this DS promotion. So DS promotion. All right. Notice it didn't ask us anything about connections here. So it's one thing that's a little bit different about this update component. It's not creating any objects. We're simply updating a field in an existing PSA. So going over to the component detail, since we have already told the component that we're going to be using the DS promotion as our source for this update, that's already set up as an inner join. And we need to create the on clause expression. This can be very simple. We've already seeded a GUID in both our PSA and in that DS. So we're just going to create an expression. It is equal unique ID, and we're going to look for the same GUID in both our PSA and in our source. All right, with that in place, I can go and update my join here to use that on clause. All right, so now we know that when we perform that inner join, we'll be only looking at records in PSA that were processed on the last execution. So now what we need to do is actually update that value of the flag to a 1. So I'm just going to create a constant here of 1, and I'll call this process. Then I'm going to go to my modified field, and I'm going to select the DLS promotion and set that to processed. Okay, I'm done. So now we can go back over here. We can set this guy to complete or create it. All right, so what I'll do is go ahead and go through each of these other data flow paths and create each of these DULS components. And I'll come back in a moment to show you where we left off. All right, so I've gone through and created all these components that we need. So for product, we needed a DULS for the product PSA, a DLS for subcategory, a DLS for category. Then we already did promotion, location, same situation there. Nothing to do in date. And then fact head 2, FULS, fact update load status, same situation. Let's quickly take a look. So here's our FULS, so sales order detail. You can see we're updating our PSA sales order detail. Again, we've joined on our GUID, created a constant of 1 to be used as our processed value, updated our inner join on clause, and set our field value to be processed. Same exact thing was done, as you can see, on each of these DULS and in the FULS. All right, that completes this video and this course. See you in the next course.